Back now on EA Sports at Venerable Soldier Field here in Chicago. It's Bear football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 1. They'll run on first down. McQueen, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Bears at 500, sitting at 5-5. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
To throw, Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To the air, Williams. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Up the middle they go. McQueen looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down. Slot man moves right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McQueen. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Throwing is Williams. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. Quick throw there is incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin, but it'll be second down. You look at this Bears defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions, but too often for this team.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. Able to push his way through. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense, and they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
To throw, it's Williams. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Third down and 13.
Brings up third and 13.
Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here first and 10 at the 34. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 43, here's second down and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3. Now Ridley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Love. A short throw caught by Andrews. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man down the field. That's Odunze. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing again here, Williams. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 4 yards out. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 3rd down and 7. Love. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On play action, Love to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Malcolm Kuntz able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards there for number 15.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Back to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McQueen knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard.
At the 13-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Complete to number 3 to Mario Douglas.
Here's Williams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field. The Super Bowl 52 champs hosting a team that's never won a Super Bowl, the Detroit Lions. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Bryce Young, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. The Bears got a solid first half out of their quarterback, the #1 overall pick back in 2024, Caleb Williams. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Love now. That is caught. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Packers.
This is Ridley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here is 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, Love.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's Williams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Play fake. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Packers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll run with Ridley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Downs, 37 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, McQueen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Throwing is Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Packers offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Love, they go play action now. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now Love. This pass left side to Downs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. From the 22 now, here's second down at 7. Love. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Love throwing for it.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw, it's Williams.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
To the air once more, Williams.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go.
McQueen.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. That's complete to Pierce.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Packers offense and Josh Downs making their way out, and he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Here's Love. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On play action, Love to throw.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. They go bootleg. Love. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Oh, he'll go right back to Andrews.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. To throw now. Here's Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Love now. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To the air again, Love. That complete to Downs. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Jacobs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
But that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
Now Love. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Bears down by 4, 43 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. Gets this to Moore.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Able to find Kmet, and he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Packers, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.